psychic messages for the genius in you. If you find yourself arguing with the message in any way, just leave it behind for the people whom it's meant for, okay? This is a collective message. Collectively, we're going through a rebirth with the poop. This is where, like, the poop comes out with the birth. There's a couple metaphorical, okay, like 2 newborn kittens I was shown. Newborn kittens are like in a bag of poop, like they were going to get thrown out. So this symbolizes for women, and it may reflect also for men, short but meaningless love affair. This is hard for a lot of women to accept because it's a newborn kitten. It's a new life. Oh my God. Like, they don't want to throw that out, poop it out, let it go. And that's why it's still living, clogging, blocking your intestine, maybe causing IBS, maybe causing celiacs. It's a juncture getting closer and closer to your colon, ready to poop out those short but meaningless love affairs that you had high hopes for, that was like something you felt you created in birth and then was just forgotten about and put in a poop bag. And so you've been packing that away in your intestine. A lot of people have also like their axis out of alignment. So the right hip is off, the whole right sacrum is off. And like that symbol of balance, hemispheric synchronization, the brain. Okay, when you have this circle, you want to have this in alignment, because if your hips are more like one is in front or in back, like the right hip is in back, it's going to look like this. And so the same thing is going to happen at your occipital level with your neck. So you really, whenever you work the neck, you want to work the sacrum at the same time, because your body's job is just to create a flat horizon line for your eyes. If one is off, it's going to set the other one off. The lumbar is finally starting to free up. That was all that worry, all that fear, like we didn't know where the heck it came from. This was the dark force pulling up all the old fear, all the old worry, so that we could let it go. All that pain. I fell 2 flights when I was 4, so when I'm taken down. It's like my legs are cut off. And then the build back up, it's, if you've ever seen the movie The Fly, I'm not turning into a fly, but I have to pandiculate. Like, it's not just stretching, it's using your life force, and it takes a while to get that back after you've been taken down and jumped out of your body. And I was taken down by such a dark force. It wasn't any client. It was a dark force itself from 2 clients, someone who took their own life and a family member, the same friggin' dark force, all just to extract that pain and fear that I couldn't find in my body. It's like it took being dipped and like taken fully apart to collect all that, to draw it out of the body. So it's like I was left feeling like a sack of bones on the ground, and I had to like replace every single bone and connective tissue. And I'm still in the process of doing that. And maybe you guys feel the same way at some level, like you're still just like trying to get your physicality into alignment. And it's you're getting there. You're really getting there. It's just this one little thing in the gut that you gotta let go of. And it's those short but meaningless love affairs where you felt it had serious potential. It was a whole life. It was a birth. Like, you birthed these kittens, and what, you just got to throw them out? Yeah, it's painful in the heart, but you got to realize there was never any real ground level relationship or history with those cats. It's like they're still blind, they're still wet, they're still... That's why it's hard to throw it out, but you got to realize it's just in the astral. It's not an actual heart-beating kitten. it was just an idea, or say that you made real. You turned it into a life. And it wasn't a man you turned it into, or if you reverse it, it wasn't a woman. It was a fictional, like, I guess for men it would be the doll, maybe. It's like women are not dolls, you know, and men are not kittens. So men might have a doll in a dark room somewhere. And women friggin' hate being felt like a doll that was put on the shelf, or a doll put in a room. Women are not dolls. You know, and men, I don't think, want to be compared to as kittens. But this is how the subconscious mind works. So it's, you just got to get clear on higher levels. It's often hard to see, the very important here, darkness. Like myself, when you're one of these people where your power is joy, your power is your elevated energy, and you know how great God is and the light and everything. When you're one of those really, really good people, it's hard to see the evil in others. Like, you can see it, but you always imagine the good in them and that they didn't mean it, and you make excuses for them, right? And it often takes other eyes to be able to see the darkness in others. And often you don't trust anybody else's opinion, because if you're one of those really, really good people, you're probably also smarter than anyone else, and you just don't trust anyone else's opinion. So for me, you know, it took dreams after doing Cambo to see just the evilness of some people, how it keeps going, it plays out for decades. The darkness. So the element of Seth is coming in. You know, Seth, the god Seth from Egypt. He has the, it looks kind of like a donkey dog. Kind of like the head like this. Seth. So we are getting Seth. We are getting Seth. Seth is the only Egyptian god that can work and see and fight in the darkness. Like Osiris and Tahuti and Isis, they're all like la 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 on the boat. You know, we're all on their cruise ship and they're driving it, but they are so like one of these really good people that they don't even see the darkness. And this is often the problem even with the Elohim that you're going to for guidance. They often just don't see the darkness because there is so much light at these levels that you often need another set of eyes. After taking Amanita muscaria, I've also had dreams that, like nightmares that make you realize and set it home in your subconscious that, yeah, you've been effed. Like, this is just, you got to accept that people wronged you. It's hard for really good people to accept that. They can't believe other people like that exist. You know, that's how I ended up in a relationship with a malicious Machiavellian narcissist in my early 30s. The word narcissism wasn't around as much. I didn't even know people like that existed. So I kept making excuses. And as I'm older, I realized I've been doing that my whole life. And it takes, you know, there's a channeler alchemy in you, Natalie. She's like straddles Pluto. So she gets the dark as well as the light, and really says it clearly on the astral what's going on. And, you know, once she really helped me. Like, I had to see it from this dark place through another person's eyes to accept what was really going on. And so you guys may also be going through that. There is a certain darkness, and to get set, you need to fight all that off to be able to stay on your boat, leading the rest of the world in your joy, happiness, and light. So this work was, I think a lot of it had to do with Seth. So we're all set now. You know what's what? Click like, share, subscribe, comment on YouTube.